All right, so welcome everyone. Thank you so much for jumping on. This is my first webinar, so bear with me if I have a few technical issues. Hopefully it'll be totally fine. But I just wanted to say, congrats on jumping on, finding out about the system that we're all been talking about. I know a lot of people have a misconception about what the system actually is. They think it's just like a shake thing, like a shake pad. Some people actually have no idea, and so this is what tonight is all about. So what I'll do is I will do a quick intro, tell you a bit about my story, and then talk about the products, and we'll hear from some people in our team, just about what they've experienced using the products in the system, and then we'll also talk about the business side of it as well, because you may or may not know, but the products and the business go hand in hand. So it's really, really cool. So I'll run you through all of that. And if you do have any questions along the way, feel free to chuck it in the chat box. I will try and keep an eye on that and answer any questions as we go. So I'll just share my screen with you. And also let me know if you can't hear me, because my microphone's a little bit temperamental, so just let me know. Cool. So hopefully you can all see this. Kirsty, can you see that? Yeah, cool. Okay. So before we actually kick into it, we'll just go through some disclaimers. So basically what this is saying, like I'm not going to read it word for word, but it's basically saying that the results are not typical. So you'll see some amazing physical transformations, but you'll also hear some financial transformations as well. And, every one of those people put in a lot of effort to get the results that they achieved. So it is really what you put in, you get out. The weight loss, muscle gain, money that people make from the system really varies by individual. So whatever you decide you want to accomplish with it, you can. It also is just saying that Isagenix is not claiming to fix any ailment or cure any illness. It's just food. Like, it's really, really good food. It's not any sort of medication or anything like that. So just to be aware of it, it's not saying it's going to cure any illness or anything that you might have. Cool. So in terms of the company's vision, they have a really massive vision of impacting world health and freeing people from physical and financial pain as well. And then creating the largest health and wellness company in the world, which is a pretty lofty goal if you ask me, but I think that they're well on their way to accomplishing that, which is really awesome. In terms of industry stats, there are quite a few pillars that Isagenix aligns with. So in terms of weight loss, performance, vitality, and well-being, that covers healthy aging and energy, and then also financial wellness. Isagenix has a solution for all of those pillars, and you'll see that each of those industries have a lot of people investing money in there. So you can see that a lot of people are spending money on weight loss solutions. So $169 billion industry worldwide. Performance, $28 billion industry at the moment, and expected to reach $45 billion by 2022. Vitality and well-being, so obviously that includes anything to do with anti-aging, your Botox, whatever. $250 billion industry. And then we've also got like the energy side of it. So that includes any energy drinks, all that sort of thing. So people want to have more energy and be more, active and have that vitality in their lives. So there are a lot of people in the world looking for solutions to these things. They're spending a lot of money on, your various weight loss solutions, performance solutions, gym memberships, all that sort of stuff. And Isagenix has a way to help with all of those things. So in terms of the Isagenix promise, they have a no compromise promise. It's also backed by scientific support. So what that means is we have a lot of people in the background making sure that we're sourcing the best ingredients from around the world to make these products. And they also have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So to make sure that you're really getting the best ingredients, the best products to put into your body, to fuel your body. If you're finding that it's not working for you, you're not enjoying it, you can get your money back. And, they're happy to do that. Cool. So I will kick off into the products quickly now. This is the Isoline Shake, and it is actually one of the core products of the system. So the system is made up of shake days and cleanse days. Your shake days are 5 to 6 days a week, and your cleanse day is 1 to 2 days a week. So on your shake day, you'll have 2 shakes a day, depending on your requirements. So some people might have more calories across the day or less, but as long as you're sticking to your 1 to 2 shakes a day, as well as a knife and fork meal or more, that's pretty much what you do on a shake day. This is the chocolate shake. There are also other flavors. There's strawberry, vanilla, chocolate mint, and they also come out with seasonal shakes, which is pretty cool. Hokey Pokey is my favorite one. I have 1 more tub of that left and I'm holding on to it. I really don't want to open it up. I'm so scared when I'm going to run out. I'm like, what am I going to do without the Hokey Pokey? They've also been some other awesome flavors. So they've had cookies and cream, mango flavor in summer. They've had a mocha limited edition, salted caramel. What else have they had? Gosh, they just come up with a new one every season basically, and it's for a limited time. So the flavors are always changing up. They taste amazing. You can have like cookies and cream ice cream for breakfast basically and get hot. Like who doesn't want that? So I'm in. The awesome thing about the shakes is that they taste really good and they are full meal replacements. So they have a really good mix of like your protein, carbs, and fats. They're not just a straight protein shake, so you're not going to feel hungry. They're a complete meal replacement, so you can just have them as your meal, and they reduce your sugar cravings as well. So that's really good. There is also a dairy-free option. So for anyone that has any issues with lactose, or if you have if you're a vegan or vegetarian, this is the option for you. So it's a complete plant-based option. We've got the vanilla chai flavor and also a chocolate flavor. And the good thing is that we have a whole dairy-free range as well. So we have a lot of other products like bars and little snacks and stuff that are all plant-based. So if you are dairy-free or you prefer to use dairy-free options, there's a whole range of products that will suit your requirements. Cleanse for life. So like I mentioned, there are 1 to 2 cleanse days that you do per week. This is another core product of the system, the Cleanse for Life. And on your cleanse day, basically what you want to do is limit the amount of calories that your body is digesting across the day, so that it's giving your body a break from digestion, and then it can focus on working on your cell regeneration. It helps your body detox and function the way that it should be naturally. And what this drink does is you have it 4 times a day, and it just supports your body doing that. So it floods your body with a lot of minerals and nutrients. You're getting a lot of extra nutrients on your cleanse day, and that just helps your body, process and function as it should on those days while it's taking a break from digestion. It's also really good for mental clarity. On that day, you'll find that you're like super sharp, and I tend not to feel hungry at all now, which is awesome. You've also got little snack options that you can have across the day, so you're not like feeling like you're starving. You're not having nothing across the day. You've got your drink that you have 4 times a day, and you've got little snacks as well, and little chocolates and things that you can have across the day to just help your body. Cool. So this is my transformation. I feel like I didn't even introduce myself at the beginning of this call, but I'm Joy. I started Isagenix just over a year ago. I was actually really in a bad place in my life. So I had issues in all areas. I had just broken up from a long-term relationship, which ended really badly for me. I had just gained full-time custody of my 2 children that you can see in the picture there. And my mum was also battling cancer, so she was fighting cancer for 3 years at that time. She's passed now, but it was just really a culmination of all of those things, and me feeling quite depressed and feeling like life was a real struggle. And I gained quite a lot of weight. You can see the picture on the left-hand side. And I basically just got to the point where I had to change something. Like I just could not continue living like this, because I felt like I wasn't living. Like I was just really down in the dumps. And a friend of mine reached out to me, and she had just been using the system for a month, and I had already seen some changes in her energy and her attitude. She had really changed, and I thought, well, why not? I mean, it's a 30-day money back guarantee. I'll give it a go, and if I don't like it, I'll just eat for free for a month and get my money back. It's all good. But when I started in the first week, I already felt energy straight away. So I mainly started to lose weight because I thought, well, I'm feeling mainly really depressed at the fact that I'm comfort eating and putting on more weight than I already have because of everything else that's going on in my life. And I need to stop that cycle. So started the system. A week later, had energy, had already lost some weight. Like I felt a lot less stressed as well. The kids notice the difference in me, which is amazing. They're like, oh, you're not as grumpy as you used to be. And within the first 30 days, I'd lost 4 to 5 kilos already. And I've kept that off. So you'll see that my body has totally changed in a year, but my weight hasn't really changed that much. The system can help you really achieve any goal. I've lost the 5 kilos, I've kept it off, but my whole body has changed. I've also gained some lean muscle, and I've kept the energy. I can go to the gym now in the morning with the kids. I can get through my full-time job. Sometimes I work in the evenings. I can do all of that stuff, and I still have the energy. I'm way less stressed than I used to be. My sleep's a lot better. My skin's a lot better. Everything is a lot better. So, it's really been a life changer for me and for my family as well. Yeah, so that's a little bit about my story and why I'm really passionate about sharing it with other people like tonight. This is my daddy. My dad turns 77 this month in a couple of weeks, Easter weekend, actually. And you can see on the left-hand side, that was 6 months ago. He doesn't have a great relationship with food. He's always also relied on my mum for cooking, and she passed away last year. And so he was basically in a position where I felt like, how is he going to survive? He's not going to get nutritious meals unless I cook them for him. He can't cook himself. He's in his late 70s. I want him around for a lot longer for my kids. And I, invited him to join the system. And it was really, really good. I mean, he's lost 14 kilos so far in 6 months, and he's still enjoying it. He says he doesn't even feel like he's 77, like he feels like he's younger than his mates, which is pretty cool. And he has a lot more energy, which is really amazing. So I'm really, really stoked that I could share it with my dad, and to just see the results and to see how much it's changed things for him is really awesome. So the next part of, how I was talking about the fact that Isagenix can cater to lots of different pillars. So we talked about weight loss, and now we have a performance range as well. The Isoline Pro is basically the same sort of makeup as the Isoline Shake that we talked about earlier, but it's got a lot more protein. So instead of your standard 24 grams, it's got 36 grams. And that's for people who are like a lot more active, who need the extra protein, but also for more elderly people, because they need the extra protein for that muscle retention. So it's really good for anyone that needs the extra protein in their diet. And also it comes in the various flavors, so your chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla as well. And then we have our pre-workout. I love this Nitro. It's freaking amazing. It's all sports certified. The whole performance range is sports certified. So what that means is that, real hard out athletes can use it and not be worried about any issues with like testing or anything, because it's all completely clean, good stuff for you. I cannot get enough of this. I actually need to reorder some because I've just used it all up. Oh, Nick, are you on there?
You're damn right I am.
Oh, there you go. Awesome. Can you share your story, please?
Yeah. Sweet team. How are you doing? My name's Nick Mohi. I'm actually currently at a comedy gig. You guys can't see it. So I had to step outside for a little bit. So I'm here to show you guys, and tell you guys that this isn't just for the mums, it's for the guys as well. And the performance range is definitely my favorite. And as you can see in the picture there, I've definitely had some awesome results. So my story is I've always been a really skinny guy, and it's driven me nuts. I used to be very skinny, and people say if you want to get big, you have to eat. So I ate and ate and ate, and then I developed a dad bod. And I was like, man, there must be some kind of secret to getting like muscle. And I actually invested $7,000 to become a personal trainer to find out the secret to trying to put on some actual muscle. And I actually realized then that it's 80% of your gains and your weight losses actually come from your diet, and only 20% come from the gym or exercise. Because if it was the other way around, that means you have to spend 80% of your time in the gym. Make sense? So as soon as I learned that, I saw Isagenix and what it was doing for other people who were twice my age, and they were getting some epic results. And I thought, you know what? If Grandpa John over here can do it, then so can I. Jumped on board, and as you can see by the transformation photo, I walked away with a good transformation. And that was just me kind of just coasting through it. I was still eating, I was still having a drink here and there, and yeah, it's a one thing that you don't see in there is how I felt. I feel even better. I had more energy to play with my son, and I was just a less of a grumpy person. So that's basically my whole story in a nutshell. Yeah, coming to you live from a comedy club in Christchurch. So hope you guys have an awesome Tuesday night, and just give it a go, because if you don't like it, hey, just get your money back. Pro tip from the Māori comedian. See you guys later.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nick. That's so cool. I love that he tuned in from the comedy club. Cool. So moving on to vitality and well-being. As I talked about, there is a couple of sides to this, I guess. So there's like energy, people that need to feel a bit more energetic. I think that everyone can probably relate to that these days. I mean, it's a really fast-paced world at the moment, and everyone needs a bit more energy. Why not? And then also, obviously, the healthy aging part of it. So this is the eShot. This is a freaking amazing product. Like, this is probably, I wouldn't say my total favorite because I love the nitro, but this is like close second, I'd say. So it's a natural energy shot. It's made with green tea. So what it means is that you're not going to get like a massive spike or boost of energy and then like have the jitters. It's just going to be a slow release energy over time. And I have honestly used them quite a lot, like just going out to parties and stuff or to concerts, because you're just on such a buzz and like it lasts you the whole night. And it's so cool because it's all natural. There's no artificial flavors. There's no like added sugars or extra bits and pieces in there. It's all natural, really good stuff for you. The Ionic Supreme is also a very popular product. This is probably like top 3 for me. Ionic Supreme is basically liquid gold. It's an amazing product that helps you adapt to stress, so internal stresses, but also external stresses. And you have a little shot of it in the morning, which will just help you kind of wake up and adjust to the day. So it's got something called adaptogens in it, which is also in the eShot. So I don't know if you guys will know what adaptogens are. So you might want to Google it just to have like a proper understanding of it. But if I can try and explain it in a basic way, it's taken from like extracts of adaptogenic plants, basically from like all over the world. There are places that you have plants that grow in like extreme heat or extreme cold, and the adaptogens are what helps them kind of adapt to their environment. So you have plants that are actually able to flourish in extreme conditions, basically. And this is what it helps our body to do. So it helps us adapt to the environment that we're in, which is really cool. I honestly, the first month, I had it every single day. Afterwards, I was like, oh, I don't really know what the stuff's doing. Like, surely I don't need to order it again. I just didn't bother. And then as soon as I stopped having it, I was like, oh my gosh, now I can tell what it does. Because when you go without it, you can tell your body just has that stress. Everyone has stresses in their day-to-day lives, whether it's, sitting in traffic, feeling like you're a bit stressed because there's someone not moving ahead, or if you're stressed at work or stressed at home. There are lots of different stresses that we all experience, and this is a really, really awesome stress tonic to help cope with those. And it also works really well at night. So sometimes if I have trouble getting to sleep, I'll just have a shot of this before bed and just go straight to bed, and then that helps me kind of have a really good solid sleep. Caitlin, I don't know if Caitlin's actually on the call yet. Are you there? Caitlin.
Hi.
Oh, you are. Yay. Hello.
Sorry. I was here. It just went like really silent. I'm like, I'm looking at myself. Invited me on to share this. This is so cool. So hey guys, I'm Caitlin. I'll tell you a little bit about my story just quickly, because then I've got to run. I started March last year, and originally it was to lose weight for my wedding. As you see in the bottom right corner, I now have a wonderful husband, and I felt gorgeous on the wedding day. And I can't, honestly, I'm just so thankful and so grateful. So I was a serial yo-yo dieter. We've all been there. We've tried all these fad diets that like just don't work, or you get really, stressed and beaten down. You think that nothing will work. And you go through all these times of like, oh, I'll just skip meals, or, trying anything that you can. And I was also an emotional eater. So because I'm a very high strung kind of person, anything would just make me turn to food, and I would constantly sneak biscuits into my bedroom, which wasn't really helping. So before Isagenix, I was actually traveling a lot for work, and that created so much stress for me, being away from my friends and family, not having regular meals, not having regular work times. Like I was working 7 days a week for 3 to 4 months a year, and traveling quite a bit. So it was quite stressful, and also not being able to shift the weight caused so much emotional stress. And I had no idea how much that was actually affecting me. I would work my absolute butt off in the gym, and it wouldn't shift. I was so anxious and about anything and everything. I'd have anxiety attacks and everything would set me off, and it was just an emotional roller coaster, really. Especially trying to plan the wedding. That was quite interesting at the start, until I was actually introduced to these products. And it was from my beautiful friend Courtney, and I had no idea how stressed out I was until I started using Ionix. And I can tell you right now, Joe is 100% right. That stuff is gold. That is my anti-bitch juice, honestly. If anyone knew me before, they would totally agree with me and all be nodding along like, fuck yes. And I blamed it on the red hair, but, it was just me being a little bit, out of whack. Even after the 3rd day of using the product, my partner was like, whatever you're doing, you need to keep doing it because you're such a nice person now. And I'm like, yeah. Oh, that's great. Thanks. And it's so nice to have this happy, calm feeling now. If something stressful happens, it's like water off a duck's back. I'm so chill. I'm still a very energetic, passionate person, but the stress doesn't get to me anymore. And I don't turn to food as my comfort anymore because I don't have the emotional roller coaster of, life's little hurdles and things, and I can just deal with it so naturally now. I did the same as Joy, and I stopped using Ionix for a little bit, and that was not a good time. That was not a good time. So yeah, and it's you don't realize what kind of state you are until you actually try it yourself and actually know what it feels like. So if I can just say one thing just to end it all, just put the products in your body and just let them tell you how you feel. And if you don't feel like we're all saying, there's millions of people out there going this is fucking legit. If you don't feel like how we're saying, then you can get your money back. There's no risk in it. So just let your body tell you what's right for you and just go for it. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna eat for free.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Thank you so much for sharing. And oh my gosh, that picture of you in the wedding dress looks just amazing. You look so good.
Oh, I felt incredible. I was just blown away. Absolutely blown away.
Oh, so good. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You're welcome, darling. Thank you.
Okay. Cool. So again, keeping with the vitality and well-being, we do have a supplement range as well. So this is the Complete Essentials with Isagenesis. It just basically comes in little packs, morning and evening packs. So it's really easy. You won't forget what you need to take when. And it's got your usual omega-3 fatty acids, just your normal essential vitamins, but it's also got Isagenesis, which is a specific supplement. And it's mainly to help with your your cell regeneration, basically. And a lot of people that find it most useful is if you have a lot of weight to lose, for example, then how sometimes if you lose a lot of weight at a relatively quick rate, you end up getting a bit of loose skin in that. And this actually helps to tighten up your skin and make sure that you don't have that. It basically just helps your skin repair quicker. And also I don't know if you can see, but my skin is actually a lot better than what it was. I used to have really bad acne, and I use this every day now, and my skin has massively cleared up. So not just from the system, but also from using this on top of it. So you can get all the extra vitamins and minerals that you need from this. So it comes as an addition to the packs, the starter packs. We also have an essence range now. So this was introduced last year. There's 6 single flavors, and there are also a couple of blends. So you've got like your usual lavender, lemon, tea tree. They smell amazing. You can get the diffuser as well that has like a really nice light and changes colors as well. So it's a really nice way to kind of round off the system, because it's all about wellness, being well. It's a holistic system. So there's something for everyone really in this. So do the Isagenix products really work? There was a study that was done that compared the Isagenix system to the Heart Healthy diet. So for those of you that don't know what that diet is, it's basically, the Heart Healthy diet is a diet that doctors put patients on so that they can reduce weight quickly to prepare for surgery, so that they're at a healthier weight to actually go through surgery. So it's really like something that doctors worldwide will use. And what they found in the study is that people that use Isagenix actually had 56% more weight loss. They had 47% more fat loss, and they had twice as much visceral fat loss. So the visceral fat is actually the most important thing that we want to focus on, because that's all the fat that you have like around your stomach or around your organs, and that's really the dangerous stuff. So it's quite important to see that Isagenix was actually able to help reduce that, and at a faster rate than the healthy heart diet. I've just seen a little notification pop up. So if the call does drop off in about 5 or so minutes, just jump back on and we'll finish it up quickly. Like there's not a heap to go, but I don't want you to miss out on the good stuff. So if it does drop off, just jump back on, same link that you used before. We've talked about this already, but just basically the fact that all the products are backed by science. There are a heap of full-time scientists and technical staff that are working on the system in the back end to make sure everything that goes into it is 100% top-notch. All the science behind it is 100%, backed by science. They have nutritionists, they have dietitians, they have food scientists, they have chemists. The list goes on. Like these people know what they're doing. They know their shit, and it all goes into Isagenix products. It's pretty cool. I will just touch on that IsaBody challenge. So. Basically, the IsaBody challenge is something that anyone that enrolls with Isagenix can enter. It's free to enter. It's a competition, and it's a 16-week challenge. So when you enter, so if I've just enrolled, what I'll do is take before pics and timestamp them so you can see exactly when they were taken. And I go into my back office and I just, submit the photos there. No one sees them. They're just basically a way of measuring your transformation, and also for accountability. So you put them in there, no one has to see it unless you actually want them to see your photos. And then at the end of your 16-week challenge, you submit after photos to show your transformation and your results. And you also write a little essay. So I think it's about 500 words. It's a really short thing that you have to write, just explaining, how you felt before you started, how you have felt across the journey, like what your experience has been, and then how you feel now. And that goes into the challenge. So we have our first, you'll see, I think I have a picture of him actually. Not here. Here. This is Ruka. He's the first New Zealand champion. Why can't I speak English? We used to have a combined Australia and New Zealand champion. Now they're split into 2. So we have more chance to actually win. And at the end of your 16 weeks, you get, just for entering, you get a $200 product voucher, so free products, and you also get merchandise. If you go on to becoming a finalist, you get $4,000 cash. So I think there are 6 finalists across New Zealand, so you have a really, really good chance of actually becoming a finalist. What happens when you become a finalist is you get flown to an event called Celebration, which we had in Brisbane earlier this year. And it's an all expenses paid trip. You get put up in a flash hotel, you get like free products, free merchandise, you get treated like royalty, you go up on stage and get celebrated for actually becoming a finalist, and you get your $4,000 cash. You get a massive check for $4,000. If you become the champion, which Ruka did this year, you get $15,000 cash on top of that. So you've won $19,000 just for entering this challenge and becoming a finalist and winning it. Like, it's actually incredible. then what happens is once you become the champion, you actually go in the running to become the global champion. And if you win that, you become $50,000 richer, which is pretty cool. Obviously, you need to make an effort across the challenge, but the good thing is that we have an entire dedicated Facebook group for the IsaBody challenge where people encourage and support each other. So you'll be every day, like you'll see people posting about their workouts, about what they're doing with their meals. It's a really awesome forum, so anyone can actually do this, and it's free to enter, so why not? Like I'm in one all the time. As soon as I finish one challenge, I go into another one because I want my free products. So yeah, why not? And I want a workout singlet. So that's what I do. I'll just jump back to this slide. That's Ruka on the left-hand side. So his journey was all about weight loss. Vaughan in the middle was a finalist, and he was basically using the system for performance. Natalie was also a finalist, and she used it for vitality and well-being. So like I said, you know, there's a solution for everyone across all of the pillars, and you can become a finalist no matter what sort of results you have. I think that the call's probably going to drop soon, but like I said, just, you know, jump back on in a minute. These two lovelies are in our team Kick-Ass, and they were finalists this year as well in celebration. So Jeff on the left-hand side, it was his first IsaBody challenge. He had amazing results in 16 weeks, 27 kilos down. Like, he looks like a totally different person. I couldn't believe that that was him in his before picture. I was like, no fucking way did you do that in 16 weeks, but legit, he did. That's actually awesome. Marie on the right-hand side, she is so lovely. She's in our